Good morning, thriving warriors. Alexa, what is the date?
Today is Tuesday, January 10th.
Okay, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 6:09 a.m.
All right. And Alexa, what is the weather?
Right now in Amargosa Valley, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit with showers. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 45 degrees and a low of 31 degrees. By the way, there's a wind advisory in effect until Tuesday, January 10th, 12 p.m.
Okay, it has been windy here. Good morning, Greg. Always good to see you. Tuesday mornings with Greg. Good system. All right, so what are we trying to do here? We are trying to help you get from point A to point B, where B is better. We're trying to help you. We are here to help you along the journey. And we do it with various breadcrumbs. This is the first breadcrumb, this podcast. And we have a whole bunch of breadcrumbs in the description down below. Good morning, Diana. Please subscribe and share and click on the bell and thumbs up. Let's see, we've got 3 people here. Could be Charlene on the road again to City Impact, along with Lamont, perhaps. Good morning if that is you. Could be Wadabevi, could be Monica, who knows? Anyway, so down below in the description, we have links to the important stuff. Number 1, our 4-week online course, Neuroscience-Oriented Approach to Success, a link to the motivational video, Law of Attraction, that I use every morning, starting at least at around 4:20, if not earlier. It seems like it's getting earlier now as I have more stuff to do. To prepare for this. Some of the means we have following. We have a link to the TED Talk that goes along with where we are in our online course, in our basic training course. This is week 2, day 2, learning about how to drive the car, how the car works. We're learning about neurotransmitters, chemicals released inside of us, neurotransmitters and hormones. We'll call them chemicals. We have a link to our Bible studies. We have a link to Jordan Peterson. We're going to be talking about that later. We have a link to an Inc. magazine, little tasks that help you perform better at work. We have a description of the services we provide, which includes housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, skills training, foundational employment, and career planning. Today we have a link to Seth Godin's blog because the description was over the 5,000 character limit. So we only could put a link, and that blog is about AI essay writing. It's about the end of high school essays because they're not really practical anymore. And let's see, so those are the links down below. This podcast really is to motivate you to do the other stuff. Now, before we get started, make sure you have your vital tools, cup of coffee. My hunch is Greg is driving, but he has a cup of coffee beside him. And I'm confident that Diana has hers. I'm also confident that Charlene does not, and that Lamont is not taking notes. But he's her co-pilot, her wingman, and they're driving down to City Impact to help those less fortunate than us. So we have our tools, our coffee, of course, which plays an important role to moving things from working memory into long-term memory. We have to have a pen. I prefer this type of pen, multicolored pen. Edward and the multicolored pen thing, whatever, and your book to take notes. You've got to write this stuff down. Why? Because it helps remember it. Why is that important? Because we need to integrate it into our lives. We need it to become part of our routines, part of our habits. All righty then. Next breadcrumb is what? our theme, our daily theme, the daily master breadcrumb. And that starts with, it's simple. You want to get from point A to point B where B is better. You want to get on that journey, have a successful journey, an adventure. You want to do that? It's simple. Look inside. When you find your relationships aren't going well, things are not clicking, rather than looking outside of your skull-sized kingdom and saying, what is wrong with the world? What is wrong with these other people? What is their mental malfunction? Look inside. What could I do better? What could I do better? People don't say no when I ask them to do something. They don't say no, N-O. They say no, K-N-O-W. They didn't know that yes was the right answer because I did not communicate properly. All righty then. So that's the master breadcrumb of today, MBT, master breadcrumb of today. MBOT, our MBOT. Our MBOT. It's simple. Okay, next. Let's get to our first show of appreciation, gratitude, care and comfort. Care for others and comfort. Comfort. Compassion. Right, compassion. Let's ask the question. Fill in this blank. I'm so happy and grateful now that blank. I'm so happy and grateful now that my new computer arrived. My new desktop computer arrived from Walmart. Actually, it's not a new computer. It's a refurbished computer that 4 years ago was a really good computer. But now I could get it refurbished off of Walmart for $167, including a 20-inch monitor. Of course, there are challenges, like the monitor is disassembled and there were no screws. Like the power button was pulled off, yanked off, whatever, fell off the monitor. So I had to use a certain type of engineering to figure out how to turn the monitor on, but now I can't turn it off. So here we are at 7:37. I'm so happy now that what? Ask yourself the question and write down your answer. So even Greg, if you're out there driving, I'm so happy and grateful now that, tell your brain, fill in the rest of the sentence. I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then just wait for the answer. Per Jordan Peterson. Some of the other things, I'm happy and grateful now that Randy Bissell has arrived. This is trip number 3. Here to help us throughout the week get our Bible studies better structured, organized, so that we can quickly distribute it, disseminate it, export it throughout our correspondence course, the prisons in Nevada, California, and elsewhere, and prepare for the January publication. We will be back now that I have my computer. So Randy is here. I have lunch today with Pastor John from Calvary Chapel here. And tonight is Iron Sharpens Iron. Also, new member of our tribe, EJ, is here from Oregon. So he will be Bo's swim buddy. All right, moving right along, 6:18. Some of the memes. Diana, what is a meme? Some of the memes from today's motivational video. Number 1, whatever is going on inside of you is entirely up to you. There are not external forces controlling what's going on inside of us. There certainly are external forces controlling what's going on outside of us, but we always have the freedom to believe what we want. Right, a meme is an idea that transfers from brain to brain. That's a meme. It could be verbal, visual, audio. Okay, what is it about me that needs to change? Another Little meme from today. What is it about me when you find the world isn't working, when your relationships aren't working? Rather than put the blame on the person, seek to understand. What is it about me that needs to change? Another thought, the world is perfect as it is. There is no stress in the world. There's no negative things in the world. There's only anxious, stressful, angry, etc. thoughts that people have, and then they act upon those thoughts and feelings. Be serene. Would that pass the categorical imperative test? If everybody was serene, if nobody was anxious, stressful, angry, would the world be a better place? Perhaps. I would not say that the world is perfect. You can go to some places in the world that are very dangerous. And yes, you could create a definition of what does perfect mean, meaning a school of piranha in a river. Is that perfect? You could say that's perfect. Well, what if I want to swim there? Not really perfect. Right. So I wouldn't say the world is perfect. I would say the world is as it is. It is as it is. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's really bad. Most of the time it's in between. The world as it is. It is our projection and our interpretation of the world that that's the key. I'll leave it at that. Aha, that's the key. Next meme, grace, peace, serenity. I can't read that one first word. Something, grace, peace, serenity. Maybe project, grace, peace, serenity. Okay, so moving right along, 12:14 in. Today we're just going to do a Monday reflection from Jordan Peterson. Pick a name that is worthwhile. Make things better for yourself as if you are worth taking care of, like you're worth something. Surround yourself with people who believe the same and who are rejoicing in your accomplishments and unhappy when you fail. That's it. Okay. Want to get from point A to point B? It's simple. Pick a name that is worthwhile. Make things better for yourself as if you were worth taking care of. In other words, don't say, I'm not worthy, I don't need this, etc. I'm not going to have a good pair of shoes. I'm going to suffer in the shoes I have. No. Make things better for yourself by taking care of yourself as if you were important. Surround yourself with people who believe the same things. Well, we kind of surround ourselves with people who do believe the same things. Look around at your people that are around you and say, is this the best I can do? Amateurs teach amateurs to be amateurs. There is some synergy, there is some symbiosis, there is synchronicity. But, a bunch of mediocre people are not going to create anything that is great without somebody in there that's a catalyst for the greatness. Okay, next, moving right along. Ba-boom, let's see. Next breadcrumb, Navy SEAL. Yesterday was the only easy day. Act such, you want to get from point A to point B, act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Push yourself a little bit harder. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Enjoy, embrace the suck. There's a billion people that would trade places with you right now. At least a billion people in the world that would trade places with you right now. Would you want to trade places with them? No. Wow. Okay, so at least 1 out of every 7 people. Embrace the suck. Good. Thank you, Diana. H hordes, have humility, work hard, organize your day, take responsibility, have discipline, and sacrifice for others. Lastly, remember that if you are still here, God, yet. What what is it you are meant to do to help God's plan. Not that God needs you. God doesn't need any of us. He can do whatever he wants. And but assume there is a plan, believe there is a plan, and you're part of the plan. Find your role. God isn't done with you yet. And with that, we can cut for our weekend sign off. Shivas and Shalom. Diana. Okay, there we go. And cut. Okay, until tomorrow.